The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is paid for by Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, who is solely responsible for its content. Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Hi, I'm Jackie Reddy, broker of Century 21 Jack Reddy Real Estate. Welcome to the Real Estate Roundtable on 94.3 The Talker. I'm here with my co-host, husband, fellow realtor, Pat Devaney. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well, and it's almost spring. We're getting closer.
We're getting, every day we get closer. Are we going to have our heat on in June?
Yeah. I try not to think that far in advance.
Right. Nicole Clark also joins us today, realtor with Century 21 Jack Reddy Real Estate. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Our top producer in 2025, Nicole, was number one in the office. We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m. We discuss everything real estate. We have a full-time real estate office with many exceptional realtors who've been listing, selling, and appraising real estate for over 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab, and get a look at what's going on at Dunmore Corners Live. We have a camera facing the corners, and we get thousands of hits a month on that.
We are a Pinnacle Quality Service Award-winning office this year, 2025, and we like to talk about that. That means we have at least a 95. Well, actually, we came in at 98% approval in the satisfaction. Would they use us again? Are they recommending us? Are they satisfied? And approval. So we are at 98%. And so you needed 95% or above for 2 consecutive years. So we were 98 last year and 98 this year. So we're doing something right, Nicole.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Excellent.
We're everywhere on social media, and check out our radio shows by going to jruddy.com. That's JRUDDY.com, where we have them all archived. Plus, we have the podcast apps that we feature this radio show on. And you could search the MLS. Search our listings by visiting mobile-friendly jruddy.com, JRUDDY.com. Okay, I'm going to do a little intro. All right, Nicole Clark.
Yes, ma'am.
2025 superstar at Century 21 Jack Reddy Real Estate. She rocked our local real estate world with $6,321,100 in sales volume sold total. 26 closed sized, 20 listings. You were licensed in May 2014. You joined our office in August 2022. You were number 2 in 2024. You were number 1 in 2023.
Yes.
Okay. So you know a lot. You've been doing it since 2014. So you've seen a few cycles here.
Yes.
And, Nicole, what kind of market are we in right now, please? Are we in a buyer's market? Are we in a seller's market? What type of market are we in? Is it shifting? Why? If it's shifting, why is it shifting? What's happening? People want to know.
Well, I think it's 50-50. You know, it's a good time for a buyer to score because there's more inventory than there's ever been. And then as far as sellers go, they're still selling.
Are they selling like hotcakes like they did
they're not.
During the COVID years?
No, and that's the thing. There has been a shift. It's not like it was during COVID. COVID was a rat race. The interest rates were really low, and now the interest rates are, I believe I looked yesterday, I had somebody at 6.5, around 6.5. So
they're in the 6s.
Yeah, they're in the 6s, and it's not like it was during COVID.
Right. But sellers are still, there's price appreciation. It's just not to the degree it once was. Do you feel like they're on the market a little longer, or do you think that the pricing, are they still asking for the universe?
Yeah, I think that's the greatest disconnect that I find when I'm out there is that people have the COVID mentality that my home's going to sell for this amount because my neighbors did this, during those years. And it's definitely shifted, and that's not the case. They're not losing an incredible amount of value by any means, but the whole rat race and getting there and that's not what we're in right now.
So if a house doesn't work for a family or a couple or anyone out there that owns, if a house is no longer suited to the lifestyle, they don't think that they want to sell it because they're waiting for things to be different. They're waiting for the interest rate to come down more, because if they were to buy, a smaller property, they don't want the interest rate to be where it is, because right now they refied and they're paying maybe a lower. But what they don't understand is that they have so much equity in the home.
Right. I know. It's kind of it's a weird time, because that is a struggle. People do say that to me a lot. I'm going to wait for the rate to drop. Well, I think we said that about 2 or 3 years ago, and we're really not much further off than we were. So, unfortunately, these are things we can't control, the rate, and it could get worse. We don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, they're predicting, the experts, and I don't know how much I really place a value on this, but they say that they're going to be in the sixes most of this year, 2026, and they're going to potentially be low sixes. But who's to say? Because once somebody says something like that, you turn around and they go up.
Well, what do they say? Marry the house and date the rate, because the rate can change, but you still have to live in the house.
Well, then the problem with that statement is now we have people who are really trying to date and they can't, that purchased, in, let's say, 2022. And that's something I'm running into a lot. Is I have a lot of people. I probably had like 7 people already in the last year that purchased a house with me back in 21, 22, and have struggled a bit, and now they want to sell. So we're turning around and selling, and the expectation is that they think that it increased in value, and if they improved it, it does.
Well, it depends on the improvement,
and
right?
that's the thing. So, a lot of people have done some things that were very smart improvements, and were able to get them some more money. But you're never going to really recoup that in that amount of time.
Right. I could still remember the house that you had several years back. You were with our company, and I remember the struggle because the seller put in almost $100,000, but you couldn't see it.
Exactly. And that's, that happens unfortunately more times than, it doesn't.
And it was to save maybe heating costs or, something for his long-term use.
Right.
But it didn't translate when the buyers were looking at it.
Correct. So they did some improvements, like they put in like a whole house generator. They did a lot of different things, like with the heating system, some other things. And unfortunately, those are, personally smart improvements. But as far as buyers are concerned, they didn't rev anyone up, and nobody wanted to purchase.
I put $20,000 on a roof, don't I? Oh, no.
Right.
I put a $20,000. No, that doesn't increase my value. $20,000.
Oh yeah, or you'll hear that they use some sort of magnificent shingle or something. People can't see those things. They don't understand them, even if it's true. So, like that. I just recently had one. They did $100,000 worth of improvements. Literally 0 of them could be seen with your eyes. So it didn't translate well with buyers.
Right. So if they could see it, it translates better, is what we're saying. But even on a kitchen and bathroom renovation, update, remodel, you're not going to get dollar for dollar recoup.
You're never going to recoup what you put into something. In my experience, it doesn't matter what it is.
Well, they say a garage door and a front door. That
couple bucks.
Yeah, well, they say it's 100% return on investment.
You get the most money back.
Really?
Yeah, they do. They say garage doors and front doors.
Yeah, and I've seen some stats out there. I've seen. I believe the 100%, but there was one that was recently on social media, and it was over 100%, and I was...
you saw it on the internet. It's got to be true.
Well, here's the thing. You got to fact check everything now because you don't even know. It's probably AI.
Yeah.
Well, there
you go.
AI. You could tell.
Oh, yeah.
You could tell.
Yes, I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Well, Kenya, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But yeah, I mean, you see listing photos now, they're using AI.
They're using
And
AI.
the problem with that is now I'm taking a buyer through and it's like, this isn't what we looked at, online, the pictures. And I think it's very deceiving.
Can be.
Well, there's a lot of training that I've taken over the last year that said you better be careful with that, because if you're changing colors, if you're changing structures, it's one thing to make a counter empty, but it's another thing to start going in and changing features. You're going to get in trouble.
Most recently, I went to a house. The exterior of the home was a completely different color, and they did not have a sign. It took me 10 minutes to find the house because I'm like, I'm right here. I'm on the block. Well, it was the house, but it was a completely different exterior color than it was on the MLS. And I'm thinking, this is ridiculous. Like, wild.
That's a big no-no. But you could even tell a lot of agents are using AI for their listing descriptions, not only their social media posts, but their listing descriptions. And you could.
Really, I want facts about the house. I don't want to know that
and here's
I will
the thing.
eloquently live in my luxurious backyard. Too many adjectives. I mean, an adverb.
Well, just look for the word boast, and there's some keywords that it's like you read and you're like, okay, AI, And, AI is, at the same time, a very useful tool. I do use AI.
I do, too.
But I think that, I take whatever response I get and then I basically redo it, like, with my own. You know what I mean? Like, I just, sometimes it's hard to brainstorm.
Use it for guidance. I understand.
Like
an outline.
Yeah, like an outline, exactly. And then
this is the direction I'm going to go, and I'll just make up my own.
Right.
Well, you want to make your description as inviting as you can.
Yes, make it factual instead of all this.
Absolutely.
The AI is fluff city.
Well, the thing about that's what. So sometimes I have a hard time when I'm doing a listing description and like putting my thoughts in order. If it's a lot, to take in. So I use it for that purpose, like order purpose, to keep myself like organized, my thoughts organized. But outside of that, like I'm not, the fluff. Nobody cares about the fluff.
Yeah, our son is using AI and he relies on it quite heavily. He's in college. They're not supposed to, use it for like their assignments, and he doesn't do it that way. But he uses it in the younger generations, they're using it in ways like that blows my mind.
Oh, like I feel like I'm about 100 years old because like I don't know half of what goes on with AI. Like
it's just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, exactly. There's like all these prompts, all these things that you can do. And I'm starting to learn because I think if you don't, you're going to be like really far behind. Right.
You're going to be using CDs.
Right. VCR, baby. VCR.
CDs and cassette tapes.
But you talk about misrepresenting a property and the colors and this, that, and the other thing. How about people using AI for their professional photos?
Oh, I don't even recognize them.
Oh, we got to stop. We have got to stop this trend. Because here's the thing.
There's a lot of filters out there.
There's a lot of filters.
My God.
I mean, if you go missing and I have to, and I'm looking for you and your poster is your AI picture, we're going to have a problem. We're not going to find you.
Ever.
We'll never find you. And like, it's become a thing where I'm a very honest, upfront, realistic person. And I just think that if I met a realtor in person and I saw their picture online and they showed up and they didn't look like that person, to me, we've already started off on the wrong foot because I feel deceived.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not looking at you for your looks, but they're going to meet you in person.
Misrepresenting themselves.
Well, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not the type of job where we're not going to eventually meet. 99.9% of the time, I'm going to meet you. So, like, I don't know what the purpose is. If you, like, I don't know if you wanted to, like...
It's vanity.
It's not, it's gotten too far into that glamour area. I don't know. And I could hear my father's words. This isn't about glamour and any of that, and if
No.
Right? And especially a female, young, beautiful to begin with, and then all this other stuff. I I don't know that that's an area I would really want to see anybody that worked in our office go. But aside from that, it's misrepresentation.
Totally. I mean, like I can think of 4 off the top of my head that, I mean, you would not know that was that person in real life. And to me, that's like whack. Like that's like we've gone too far. If you want to use it to like, I don't know, make your hair brighter or something, that's one thing. But
remove a few
wrinkles
right,
or right. But like
yeah.
to totally change like your entire look is quite another.
Yeah, and there's people that have fun with it too. There's a lot of cute things out when the Barbie movie came out.
Oh yeah, there is.
You know, there's a lot of that, and I think those are cute for a post here, a post there. But to run your billboards and your business cards and your all.
I just laugh.
I use it for when some of the pictures we have of the properties. I'll just use it to change the lighting. Like you can do a lot with the lighting. You can make it look like it's a nice sky or a sunset.
Use it for.
Oh, yes. I've moved out. I have done the sky.
You can remove parked cars, all of that stuff. But to actually change, like you were saying, change the color or to change, give it concrete when it's.
Well, and it's not honest. Like, I mean, why would you put a concrete driveway somewhere where it was stone? I mean. And somebody went there thinking, I have a concrete driveway, and they show up and it's like,
it's gravel.
I'd be, like that time is money. People are running around like.
And now they're angry, and they're angry at you too.
Yeah, not everything, and we just want to say to the listener out there, not everything is what it appears to be online, so be careful.
Yes.
Yeah, and we have professional photographers do a lot of our listing shots, and so they don't use AI, and they're real.
Is that called catfishing? What is catfishing?
It is. That's exactly what it's called. Catfishing. So catfishing is when you misrepresent you put something out there in the public view, and then it's not true.
Okay.
Right.
And we're not talking about...
I don't know what any of this does. So I see somebody's catfished and they're gaslighted, and I'm not sure what it means, but catfishing is changing.
Well, that's exactly what catfishing is. There was a TV show
I think
about
of catfishing, I'm going out on a boat with a fishing pole.
No, it's a whole new vibe now. It's like manipulative.
Well, let's go to the tape.
Yeah. We have a lot of that in society too, but that's a whole other story.
Catfishing and gaslighting. Boy, we're getting all the terms in here for the
Yes, we are.
Now, we're not talking about virtual staging, right?
No.
So there are times when you have a house that's empty that doesn't photograph really well. So it's okay to put, and you usually could tell.
You can use it when they're empty, when the house is usually vacant, right?
Right.
Yeah, and I've done it once, and I just put in the description of the photo, it was virtually staged.
Yes.
Because again, I think people do sometimes get hung up on decorating, believe it or not. Like a buyer, they'll, I love the way, and it's it was all virtually staged, and it has nothing to do with why they would purchase a house, but they get fixated on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and along the lines of that, this is why we tell people to clean up their mess.
I'm glad we're going here.
Yeah, so we do go into properties, and we all have messes, right? That's how we live.
Right.
And when we're selling houses, we tend to want to focus on, that first appearance, when you're at a restaurant and you get your nice entree, how it appears, right?
Presentation. A nice presentation.
So I get to ask this question a lot. Someone's getting ready to list their house, and they're like, what can I do?
I know.
They want to make an improvement or something like that. And, I'll tell you, at this point, if you're getting ready to sell a house, in my opinion, don't over improve anything, because you're leaving, number one. And number two, you're never going to recoup that money. Never. So when people will say to me, what can I do? I'll tell you right now, cleanliness goes a long way.
I think really that's number one.
I do too.
With a close second to clutter.
Clutter.
All right. Hold that thought, Nicole. Nicole Clark, our 2025 superstar at Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate. How does someone get in touch with you, please?
On my cell phone. It's 570-881-6443.
And?
Email Nicole, Nicole, at jruddy.com.
And?
NicoleClarkAgent.com.
Thank you, Nicole. Pat, would you like to review a listing,
Yes.
please?
Nicole, this might sound familiar to you. We have a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath home at 1721 Rear Madison Avenue in Dunmore for $263,000. This home, it's on Elmont Court. It's not on Madison Avenue. It's a little tricky, but it's on the street.
It doesn't face Madison.
Right, it faces Elmont Court.
Right.
Right. This is a 1,500-square-foot home. It has a beautiful wood-burning fireplace. It's got an updated kitchen with granite countertops. The washer and dryer are on the first floor. It's got a large pantry. All of the major mechanicals have been updated. The master bedroom has a gas fireplace. It's got a built-in bed with shelving and a cedar-lined closet. It also has a walkout basement with a workshop, a concrete driveway, shed, and a low-maintenance yard, and reasonable taxes of only $2,400 a year. That's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home at 1721 Rear Madison Avenue in Dunmore for $263,000, and that's listed by Nicole Clark of our office.
Yes, and that's a first-floor master bedroom, just so you know.
I'd like to say hello to Rosemary. That's Mike, the IT guy's grandmother. He's the IT guy here at Bold Gold Media Group. And Rosemary is a loyal listener, and we so much appreciate her. I'd love to meet you, Rosemary, so one of these days we're going to have to connect. We'll be back after a few moments with more Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate at 94.3 The Talker.
Home. It's more than just walls and a roof. It's where laughter echoes, where memories are made, and where life truly happens. At Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, we know that finding the right home isn't just about real estate. It's about finding your place in the world. With trusted agents, unmatched experience, and a commitment to your dreams, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Because at Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, we're not just selling houses, we're delivering the joy of home. Find your perfect home today. Call 570-344-6724 or go to jruddy.com. That's JRUDDY.com. Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Dream big. Move boldly. Each Century 21 office is independently owned and operated.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm here with my husband, Pat Devaney, fellow realtor, co-host.
And we're back.
With Nicole Clark, our 2025 superstar. Sold $6,321,000 total sales volume in 2025. I'd like to say thank you to our sponsor this week, 1031 Corp. They help real estate investors defer capital gains when selling and reinvesting in business use or investment properties. 1031 Corp is the middleman you need to help you complete a 1031 exchange. And for over 3 decades, they have mastered how to keep the exchange process easy. Their exchange experts will educate you on 1031 exchanges, review your situation, and walk you through the entire process. If you own an investment or business property, whether it is residential or commercial, contact 1031 Corp to learn how you can exchange into a property that works better for you while you defer the capital gains and depreciation recapture so you keep your hard-earned equity working in your next property.
And you got to call them before you make the purchase.
Oh, yeah?
Or the sale.
Call them at 1-800-828-1031 or visit 1031corp.com. Okay, Nicole Clark, superstar.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fabulous. Before the break, we were talking about what sellers need to do. Cleanliness is number one. Close second is remove the clutter.
Correct.
Everybody has a different definition of clutter.
And cleanliness. Cleanliness.
You got that right.
Yeah.
Nothing like going in to show a house and the sink is full of dishes. Like really full.
That's clutter.
Yes.
And cleanliness.
Yeah.
They're dirty dishes.
Yeah. So, I had an experience like this yesterday. And it's hard to be in this position to be the messenger, by the way. Because, we all have a different definition of what things are. But I got to tell you, I had an experience where it's like I'm on one planet and they're on another. And we have to find like middle ground. And I'm trying to say it in a nice way. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just have to say it.
Hit him between the eyes.
Well, here's the thing. We're hired to do a job. We cannot do the job if we're not met halfway.
Right. So yesterday, the situation is that there needs to be a very deep cleaning done. Because what's going to happen is a buyer is going to go to that house and they are going to start talking about, I don't necessarily think that anything needs to be done like improvement wise, like rip the flooring out, stuff like that. It could be really beautiful. But I think when you walk into something and you see that, dollar signs start going. Because like in my mind, as a buyer, I'm a little particular. I would walk in and go, I got to rip that floor out. Like, I got to do this, I got to do that. And that's not the case here, but it's going to certainly send that message to somebody.
Well, like we were talking about in terms of pictures going the other way, making it more, glamorous or different and colors changing and structure changing. I think that, when you go through a house that has some clutter or unclean areas, messy areas, that you can't see beyond what you see.
No. And so yesterday this person said to me, well, we bought this house several years ago. Can't you just use those photos? And I said, absolutely not. I can't use those photos. It's like night and day. I mean, and I, as a buyer, you don't want to deceive the public. Like people everybody's in a hurry. And people don't have a lot of time. So
people have to do their part.
You have to do your part. So, I mean, what's going to happen here is they're going to end up taking a significant price hit based on these conditions, or they're going to get it together and they're going to sell their house and they're going to get every dollar that they should.
Spotless is the key. And it does take time and energy and, like you said, a deep cleaning, but it helps.
It absolutely helps, and I've seen it make or break property sales. And here's the thing. Like, we don't want to rush anyone to do anything either. I would much rather you say, I need another month to list this property to get it where it needs to be versus, come over here, list my property in this condition. I mean, it can be thousands of dollars difference.
Right. Nicole Clark, our 2025 superstar at Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate. How does someone get in touch with you, please?
On my cell phone. It's 570-881-6443.
And?
Email Nicole, Nicole, at jruddy.com.
And?
NicoleClarkAgent.com.
Thank you, Nicole. Pat?
Yes, we have a 2-bedroom home at 41 Drummond Street in Pittston for $160,000. This home has low taxes of only $1,900 a year, and it has plenty of potential. This home has solid bones, and it could use some updating. The home has a brick-faced fireplace, a first-floor laundry, and a rear covered patio. All of this on a 50 by 130 lot in the Pittston Area School District. That's a 2-bedroom home at 41 Drummond Street in Pittston for $160,000, and that's listed by James Caceres and Naomi Grant of our office.
Thank you, Pat. And there's some ways to bring some luck upon your home. And we're headed towards St. Patty's Day soon, right? So I want to tell people, some people are into luck. Some people are into spiritual things. And some people are into whatever. But it's a good time to mention this.
I love them all.
Elephant statues or figurines. And it's not for political reasons. This is for some people believe the elephant is a symbol of strength, longevity, and brings in positive energy. Some say face the elephant north. Others say just point it outside. I think the trunk of the elephant has to be upward. Horseshoes above doors. Ladybugs. Well-placed mirrors. A red front door.
Oh, there's the door.
Aquariums or fish bowls. And living spiders.
Ew.
I could do without living spiders.
Oh, gross.
We had the exterminator on. He says you're never more than 3 foot from a spider.
Stop it.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I could do the other 6, but I'll forego number 7.
Stop at spiders. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Oh, God.
Ew.
My mother doesn't let me kill the spiders. She said they kill other bugs.
Well, they do. That's the whole thing about ecosystems. They kill, I don't like snakes. But you don't want to kill a snake.
All right. Don't kill a snake. Thanks for joining the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 The Talker. We'll be back next weekend.